Not very often.
Well, I mean, what does that mean?
Just, in cases where I had to have a double
Okay,
shift.
okay, so here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You got to stop whispering. I don't know why people whisper in court, but when they're talking to their
I've been
friends, they're
whispering
like,
the whole time I've been here. I don't know, maybe.
we're back on the record. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt because you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge, and I do have some comments.
All right.
After we leave here today, we're going to go down to County Court 1. We're going to accept responsibility for those matters down there. My client has taken this very seriously, and he's taken responsibility for his actions. The state did recommend a cap in this case. This is a first offense. It was a DWI initially, and this was the result of a search. What we're asking for the court to do is to allow him to have a deferred period of less than 5 years. That we're asking for 3 years because we believe that he can do well. He can demonstrate to this court that he's serious about this and that he will correct his behavior. So I'm asking if the court would consider a lower sentence of probation of 3 years.
All right, state.
Judge, due to the facts in this case, I think that 5 years is appropriate. He was found halfway in between the parking lot and the sidewalk, asleep in his vehicle with a gun in his waistband. There were several open containers of alcohol in the vehicle. Again, that's all something that's highly dangerous to the community. When he was further patted down, they found the drugs in his pant pocket. Whenever the officers began to interact with him, they saw that he was exhibiting several signs of intoxication, including the smell of intoxicants, being confused. We just think that 5 years, due to the nature of all the offenses together, would be appropriate.
All right, thank you. All right, I have a few questions for you. So how often were you using drugs?
Not very often.
Well, I mean, what does that mean?
Just, in cases where I had to have a double
Okay,
shift.
okay, so here's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
You got to stop whispering. I don't know why people whisper in court, but when they're talking to their
I've been
friends, they're
whispering
like,
the whole time I've been here. I don't know, maybe.
all right, so maybe it's my allergies that are acting up,
Mine as well.
but speak up. You hear at the level I'm speaking?
Yes.
That's the level I need you to speak.
Okay, we'll do.
And I don't even have much bass in my voice. It's all treble. So I know you have bass in your voice. Use it, speak up so everybody can hear.
That's right.
So how often were you using drugs?
Maybe once a month, if that.
Okay. So let me explain something to you.
Yes, right.
You've already entered a plea, right?
Mhm.
I'm trying to make a decision on whether or not to set your probation at 5 years or 3 years. That's either yes or no. You understand?
Yes.
So there's no need for you to downplay whatever is going on in your world. And let me just tell you why. I'm inclined to follow the agreement that you've reached with the state, which is to give you deferred. The only issue right now in my mind is trying to figure out how long your deferred should be. So what I can tell you is when people are not honest with me about their drug use, and that's what we're ultimately here for, that tells me where you are on the level of your sobriety.
Okay.
So I've read the police report,
Yes.
and in the police report, you were passed out. You had meth. You even admitted to the officers that you had just used some meth. So passed out in a vehicle, surrounded by alcohol, having used meth, and then have meth in your pocket, that doesn't sound like I only use once a month. So how often were you using? And most importantly, if you drug tested today, what are the results going to be? You're going to get drug tested today.
Yeah.
So you need to be honest.
Marijuana, of course, and then alcohol.
All right. And anything else?
No.
All right. Are you available to do a UA? All right, we're gonna come back with your sentencing once I get a UA. Do you need any water?
Sure.
Well, I mean, you say sure. Do
Yes,
you need,
Your Honor.
you need water or not?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what's going to end up happening is he's going to provide a UA to the court, and then I will make a decision on your sentencing. So if you have a seat in the front row, please. All right, thank you.
So we're gonna wait to go to County Court 1 until we're finished.
Yes. So as soon as he provides the UA, we'll take it up.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Gonzalez, you were previously under oath. You're still under oath. How many children do you have?
I have two children,
What are their ages?
12 and 6.
And are you employed?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, your test has come back. What do you think it's positive for?
Mainly THC problems, some alcohol, and then obviously what I was charged with.
All right, so why were you up here? See, this is the thing about people in their sobriety. You already knew that I was going to follow this agreement and give you deferred adjudication, correct? You knew that,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you still were dishonest. Now you're changing it. You told me you would not be positive for meth. You told me you're only going to be positive for marijuana and alcohol. Did I hear him incorrectly? I know my allergies are acting up, but
I just
isn't that what he said?
That is Jake.
Isn't that what you said?
mainly THC, but
No, don't do this mainly thing. I asked you if you would be positive for meth. You told me no. And as a matter of fact, I said, how often do you use meth? And you said, not often. And I said, what does often mean? And then you said, maybe once a month. And then I said, I've read the police report. In the police report, you have meth in your pocket, you have meth in a bottle, and you have alcohol surrounding you. That doesn't sound like 1 month use to me. And then I said, well, let's wait a little bit. We're going to have you do a drug test. And I said, this tells me where you are in your sobriety. If you're going to be honest with me, that's a synopsis of our entire conversation. And then I told your attorney was right here because your attorney is asking for you to be placed on 3 years deferred adjudication. And you walked back to probation. And let me just tell you what I'm assuming happened. As you're walking back to probation, you're praying to whoever your higher power is, saying, if you let me be negative for meth, I promise I will never use again. You know what ends up happening when you do that? Sometimes your higher power will be like, okay, we're going to let you be negative. And this court usually, you know what the answer is? For your betterment, the test is going to be what it is. And so you're positive for meth. So now we're back to, how often are you using?
like 3 times a week.
All right, so we go from once a month to 3 times a week.
It's embarrassing, so I apologize.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, where we are in our life, hopefully this is not where we're going to be 2 or 3 days from now, or a month from now, or 2 years from now. Guess what? Every person in this courtroom, okay, we're on the record. We're on the record, talking with the court reporter while we're on the record, or the court coordinator. Here's the thing. Everybody in this courtroom are working on something in their life for improvement. Believe it or not, Stephanie Boyd is not perfect. I'm working on improving things in my life. I'm always working on my patience. I'm sure everybody in this courtroom has something they're working on in their life to be better at. And where we are now is hopefully not where we'll end up, that we will have improved on whatever we're working on. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So what I'm going to do for you, part of it is punishment for being untruthful to the court. I'm going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. And I will tell you, when I was reading your police report and reading the steps before your counsel even said anything, you know what I had written down on the sheet of paper where I write my notes?
I can't see that.
Oh, 3 years deferred. That's what I had written. So these 2 years that you're getting on top of the 3 years, that's not your attorney's fault. That's all on you.
I accept that.
All right. So 5 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be the UA hotline. There's to be a referral to felony drug court. Let you off the record. Here's the thing. You want to make your children proud of you. So if you're not going to do it for yourself, being clean and sober, do it for your children, okay? And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. I appreciate it. All right, good luck to you, okay? If you need anything and you feel like probation is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
My name is Happy. I upload courtroom video for education purpose. This video may contain copyrighted works not specifically authorized for use, but believed in good faith to be protected by the fair use doctrine under Section 107 of U.S. copyright law.